the Harvard CBM-404 today. This is a 40 channel UK 40 FM, and this is another one from the radio rally that came with a little note on it. July 07 23, so July 23. TX high power 6 watts, TX low power 1 watt. No audio from speaker. It does work though. Tried extension speaker. Not working. Does work though, tried extension speaker, not working. So I'm assuming if we put an extension speaker in, it will have audio. So let's get this powered up. I've got a little 2-pin power lead that should fit in the back, like so. Okay, right, let me wire this up, hold on. Right, I've got it wired into the power supply. The wires come off of here, so we'll touch that onto there to see if it does have any sound. So let's flick the power supply on. That's a light. Let's turn on. Ooh, nice. So good things are, it's got the bulb light. RX has come on and 17. And if I go around the channels, yeah, all the digits are there. So we'll go on to 20. I've had to make a little key thing. Let's see if it keys. Nothing, 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 nothing. So it's not keying up. So it's in normal. And he said it had TX, maybe this copper wire's not doing it. Ah, that got it. Did you see the light change to TX? Hang on. I'll get it close enough. Ready? Hang on. There you go. If you look at the meter there. Oh, hang on. All right. So that's keying up. Now, let's have a look what power we've got coming out of it. So if I set you up on here, you can see the watt meter. All right, ready? Here we go. So we've got just under 4 on channel 20. Channel 1. That 3.5. And, oh, hang on, channel 40. Just over 3.5. So we've pretty much got 3.5 across the board by the looks of it. Yeah, I'd say 3.5 across the board. Now, let's touch the wire on, see if we get any sound. Hang on, squelch isn't on. No, we've got no sound. Let me go and get an extension speaker. Right, let's plug in the extension speaker. No. Not getting anything here. No. Which one is extension speaker? Right, so that is extension speaker. Hang on, let me go and get my normal extension speaker. Maybe that one doesn't work. Yeah, not a good idea to try something that you've just brought assuming it will work. Right. Plus, I've also been very silly, because I plugged it in and I've got no mic in, have I? So we've still got no sound. Or is that it? No, let's transmit. So it's still got no sound. Why is that? Someone's been fiddling and the squelch is jammed on. Right, I'm going to have to go and look up the microphone connection for this and see if I can find out what it is. I've just had a light bulb moment. So, what this piece of paper is saying is no audio from speaker. It does work though. So he's tested this speaker and the speaker does work. What he's saying, he's also tried extension speaker and that's not working either. So everything now would point to the audio chip because we've got no audio. So I would suspect the audio chip needs changing. It's a TA7217AP. I'll have to have a look if I've got one of those. And then we'll have to desolder it and change it and put a new one in. The other thing that's interesting is the idiot diode appears to have been moved to the back, which would tend to indicate that it's been reverse polarityed, so that could be why the audio's chip's gone. So I think I'm going to run with that. Right, let me see if I've got another audio chip. Well, roll on several days, but I've managed to order part. Why is that not coming out of there? Looks like it's all desoldered. So there we go. Right, I'll get a toothbrush, we'll clean up all the solder there. And we'll take that off, but yeah, that's got different sized pins all over it. And then what we've got the new one here to put in. So when I take off this piece of metal here, it'll give me the orientation, but looking at that, there's the cutout here, so it's pin 1 towards there. So if we just make a note on there, I've just written a 1 on there, and then I know the cutout on the end of here is pin 1, so that goes in that way and should just go straight in. So you can see the area along here where the chip was. So what I'm planning on doing is just putting a tiny bit of IPA on the board, like so. Give it a bit of a clean. Dab it off. You can see all the old flux comes off. And then I'm hoping you can see now how nice and shiny that is. So that's cleaned, ready to go. By IPA, all I'm talking about is isopropyl alcohol. And I've now lost the lid. What did I do with the lid? Oh, I forgot. Oh, it's here. You can buy this online. You just want that with a toothbrush, and you clean it up, and then you're all good for soldering. So we've got to get this apart, and then under here should be some white gunk, which is heat shrink or heat sink paste. I have got some of that, so I'll have to put some more on there. But let me just try and get this undone. Yeah, there it is. Then we need to clean all that off as well. You can see all the gunk there on that little piece of film. That's the insulator. This is the junked one. Can't see any cracks in it. So we'll put that out of the way so we don't get that mixed in. Right, let me just clean all this up. So the new one's in, and all the white that you can see around the edge there is the heat sink paste. So basically that absorbs heat if the chip gets hot. I've just got the pins sticking through at the moment. I just need to solder them in, which I'm going to do now. And I'll be... Right, the chip's all screwed in, and I've redone the speaker connections. So the black one left side, grey one right side. Let's get some power on. We'll see whether that's working. Right, power on. Oh yes! Yes, yes, yes. Hang on. I'm having to hold a wire because I've got no mark. Come on. Squelch works. Well, that's a successful operation. So we now got audio, so we can now continue with the tune-up. I'm well pleased with that. So all it was a Duff audio chip. Nice.